Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. So I want to just post this quick video. I actually just posted another brand new video, so if you haven't seen that one yet, I'll put a link to it at the end of this video as well as the video description. But I did want to post this one as well because it caught my attention, unfortunately not in time to when I was posting my original and recording it. But something very interesting has just happened during SpaceX's most recent rocket launch, which occurred yesterday on the 30th with the Falcon 9 launch of something called the Iridium 5 Next mission, where they're basically launching up the fifth set of 10 satellites in a series of what will be 75 satellites total that are going to be launched for Iridium's next generation global satellite constellation. So there's this company out there called Iridium Next, which are putting up all of these satellites that are going to be used to increase internet connectivity from your basic appliances like your refrigerator and things like that in your home, to cargo ships out in the middle of the ocean, to tracking power lines and such. So they launched that, and that wasn't even really the big deal, but what was that unlike all of the other SpaceX launches where they have multiple cameras all over the rockets going all the way up to space, where we get this live feed of the launch all the way up to space, in this launch, just as the rocket was about to go into its second stage and actually reach Earth orbit and hit space, the live feed was mysteriously cut, which then led to this guy sitting here acting like he didn't know what was going on, almost looking kind of aggravated, and well, this is what he had to say.
Stage 2 nominal insertion. And we're getting confirmation that we did in fact get into the correct parking orbit. So though we're ending our live coverage now due to restrictions from NOAA, the mission is not yet over, so we'll be continuing to cover the upcoming major milestones on Twitter. That includes the 4-second engine burn and the 10 satellite deployments, starting about 40 minutes from now.
So, as he said, they are ending the live feed due to restrictions from NOAA. So what is NOAA? Well, NOAA stands for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. And it was because of them, not SpaceX, that the live feed has been restricted. You are no longer allowed to see space. And so obviously, a lot of people are wondering, is there a cover-up here? Why did they cut the feed? They've never done this before. Well, recently SpaceX started adding more cameras. NOAA has come in and basically stated that these so-called restrictions on allowing us to see videos from space hinge on the assertion that the cameras on the SpaceX Falcon 9 second stage can qualify as a, quote, remote sensing space system, which would require a provisional license from the US agency if SpaceX wanted to show the live video and still launch on time. And so in a recent statement that's just been released by NOAA officials, they basically stated that it's all about the cameras, saying, quote, "The National and Commercial Space Program Act requires a commercial remote sensing license for companies having the capacity to take an image of Earth while in orbit. Now that the launch companies are putting up video cameras on Stage 2 rockets that reach an on-orbit status, all such launches will be held to the requirements of the law and its conditions." This means that SpaceX had to apply for a license to live stream the video from its Falcon 9 second stage, which they did. However, apparently that license came with conditions because the feed was still cut, with NOAA then stating, quote, "Security conditions on Earth imaging to protect national security are common to all licenses for launches with on-orbit capabilities." And so basically, in a nutshell, without all of this technical big wording, is that the US government is attempting to restrict the number of video cameras in space. And they are doing this through this licensing mechanism that they control. And so apparently it's totally fine to have a camera on these rockets, all the way up to where they're almost in space. But once they go into orbit around the Earth and they're in space, the feed is going to be cut unless you properly apply for this license. And who knows what kind of hoops they're going to make you jump through. Again, all under the guise of protecting national security. Why would they want to protect national security, and what does that have to do with a video camera in space? I mean, I just don't understand it. The only reason that I can think of that they would want to keep these private companies from putting cameras in space is because they don't want the public seeing what is out there. Because it's the government companies like NASA who have, for years and up until now, had a complete monopoly on all pieces of video coming from space. They can control them, they can cut the feed when they want, and they have. They could take them down, they can edit them, fake them, whatever they want. And God knows we have captured countless instances of strange and unusual, anomalous, strange activity happening up in space on these cameras, and we've documented that here on the channel over the years. And over those years, NASA got hip to what we were doing. They started heavily monitoring these live feeds, cutting them if there was just a whiff of something strange going on or of an unknown object floating or moving in the distance. The feed would be cut before you could even see what happened. But now they seem very worried. And so this SpaceX video has been cut thanks to yours truly, Uncle Sam himself. And it appears that they do not want cameras up in space that they cannot control. So what do you guys think? Yet again, more censorship? Is it really for national security, or is it really what I like to call national secrecy and a national cover-up of the anomalous activity that continues to happen in space outside of our planet that we already know is happening? We've already got thousands of hours of footage here on my channel and others all over the web, so I don't see any point in hiding it now, unless, they're doing it because they know higher resolution cameras are being sent up into space. So I guess time will tell. Hopefully SpaceX will fight this and keep the cameras there. That is if, the government hasn't gotten into the back pocket of SpaceX, but, these independent private companies never seem to stay independent for long. And yeah, so I just wanted you guys to check this out. So tell me what you think down below, and be sure to check out my newest video, which I just posted. Many of you probably don't even know I posted that. So check it out. I'll put it down in the description and at the end of this video. Be safe. Check back every day for new videos, and I will see you all back in just a bit.